Backed by popular demand, Coliseum 2 is a Worlds Collide event that makes every racer a true gladiator of the arena. Face off in a series of live synchronous head-to-head races to become the Coliseum champion. How does it work? Competitors will first have a tryout in a week-long placement async race. The first 32 times will move on to the double elimination Coliseum tournament. All other players that did not qualify will enter a single elimination consolation tournament called Chupon's Pit. Both tournaments will run alongside one another with a very special flag set. Each flag set is specifically themed based on one of the 14 characters in the Final Fantasy VI game. The Coliseum event starts November 27th and will run through the first full week of February. For more information, rules, and race times, head over to www.ff6wc.com/discord. Hello everybody, this is Saberwolf and welcome to another Saturday night community race stream, and I am joined by Turdsman tonight. How y'all doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty excited to see this one. Got a draft race coming here from Jexvrok and YakkoWakko. They picked some of these things.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting race. We'll break that down for you all in just a little bit. But we did want to give you an update on the Coliseum. You saw the Coliseum promo aired just before we got on. We want to give you a little tidbits on what's going on currently. Now, this is the Grand Coliseum 2 Grand Melee standings as they are currently. Currently, Mark is currently number one overall on the seed with a 114.53. Currently sitting on the bubble is actually our tracker tonight, Ceiling Cat, lurking in the backgrounds for the tracking. She's currently sitting on the bubble, unfortunately. But yep, those are the standings as of right now. There are some more racers that doesn't close until Sunday, tomorrow at noon, when we're doing this live, because we do a live stream on Thursdays and Saturday nights around 9 o'clock. So there is one person running right now. Mogri's running right now, so these standings will be changing later on. But these are the standings as they are currently. And right now, we did have some other runners who unfortunately did not make it into the Grand Melee. They're going to go in the Chupon's Pit for a separate side tournament, like was just explained. So those people will be in that tournament as well. Now, we also have a little bit of a leak for you all on what the flag set's going to be coming up for the next round. That is actually going to be the Shadow Star set. Now, Shadow Ninja Star is going to be, when you win the Coliseum, you're going to have auto image. So when you start, immediately, everybody's going to have +5 vigor, +5 speed. That's all characters in the game. Special objective is to let Sid die. That's going to be a special high tier item for that. XP multiplier is ×8, but no party split XP will be turned on. Gold multiplier is ×10 because Shadow is going to get paid. He's a hired mercenary. You start with 50,000 gold, but selling items are 0, so you will not be able to sell any items in your seed or flex in this flag set. YNPC remove is on, so partial global world seed a little bit, where you can go into other areas where you wouldn't be able to normally go to. And also the challenge is no free checks, which means there will be no characters, no espers on the free checks.
Yeah, this one looks interesting. I have not tried out the Shadow one just yet. The Terra-styled seed, which was the one that we did for the Grand Melee, is, I guess, a bit more normal. Doesn't have the change around the way the party experience works. It doesn't change the way that shops work really too much. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. A lot of people are going to have to go about it a completely different way, myself included.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm looking forward to it because the whole Y remove, that brings in other things like Mount Zozo and such. So that'll be really interesting to go through.
Yeah, I think you could just get through the door, right? That fascinated me when I saw somebody else do that.
Yeah, and there's other things.
I didn't even think of that. Oh my god.
Yeah, and there's other things like you can get to the throne room while it's under the sand, in Figaro Castle. Like you can actually open that door and go into Figaro Castle and go to the throne room that way. So there's other little tidbits that you can do. But tonight, we're not doing any of that tonight. We actually have a draft race tonight between Jexvrok and YakkoWakko. And for the breakdown on that, I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, I got a list of the draft decisions that were made. Some of them are, a little bit a little bit better for the runners. Free progression is available in this one, so completely opposite of Shadow set. If they go to I believe that's checks without a boss, correct?
That's correct. I got to bring it back up again. Sorry, I got so many screens. I'm also restreaming at the same time, so I'm multitasking.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. So free progression. That's there. They're going to be starting with a high tier item, which is always nice. Pop an Illumina or a fixed dice if you're nasty. Chaotic stats. This one's going to be kind of interesting. Stats are going to be ranging from 66 to 175% of vanilla. So you can end up with anybody being good at anything out of the gate, or the opposite, obviously. Big Esper bonus chance on that as well. The thing that I'm most excited about is the enemy scaling is 3 times characters, Espers, and dragons. +7 extra on top of that. And in addition to that, 4 dragons are required to beat the game, and those dragons are scaled. So I think that's probably going to be something that I'd be interested to see if they try to deal with that sooner rather than later. Who knows, if they find some really good stuff early on, they might be able to go and take out a dragon if they find one that is reasonably easy. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be terrified to go after those things.
Yeah, I'd be a little bit too. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I don't know is like if Super Balls and like that might be available, so that will definitely chip into the dragoning issues there, I guess you could say.
Oh yeah, that would be something, and then I guess that would be another reasonable use of fixed dice that just cuts through all of those defense. But you're praying for a good roll on that. HP scaling for those enemies is also 1.5 times party highest. So even if they do have those super balls, if they don't get lucky with those rolls, it might take more than 2 or 3.
And the race star in the background, of course. Our stream is a little bit behind theirs, so yeah, should be good to go. And there we are. YakkoWakko's off and running. Jex wasn't ready. He's still looking at all the flag sets and everything still.
Oh, they completed the objective that got them extra enemy levels.
Oh, wow. So dragon levels +7, final levels +7. Oh, so...
Oh
goodness.
I noticed that.
So, okay, so the scaling just got thrown off a little bit. So now the scaling is, since they start with 3 characters, times 3, so that's 3 times 3 is 9, +7. So actually all the monsters and bosses right now are technically level 16 to start this off with. So that is interesting. And now it's actually going to go up even higher for YakkoWakko. For some reason,
it's only going up 3.
Started the stream yet, so I'm going to check that out and try to reconnect to him.
YakkoWakko finding some dried meat pretty early. That's kind of nice. At least get that off your list. You don't have to think about it anymore now that it's in your inventory. Yeah, finding Golem. It did have Meteor on it at 16, so that could at least give them the, it's expensive, but it gives them some damage that pierces defense. Golem might be useful. Let me double check and see if they can summon multiple times. Because if that's the case, that might be actually a real problem solver.
Okay, we got Jexvrok now. He did start on time, I believe. I'm going to double check his timer. Yeah, he did start on time, but for some reason our stream was like well behind his, so we got up and running now.
Yeah, he went straight to the sealed cave. Not a bad idea early on. There's a lot of chests there. You have the option if you're, I don't know about if I would take it in this particular flag set, but you do have that option of the repeatable fight right next to a save point.
Yeah, I don't usually take fights in here. There are other places to take fights. Like, for instance, in the Terror Flags that we just did for Coliseum, I did my leveling actually on the Lette River because it was a required flag to get the Illumina sword. So I doubled up and put my leveling there with the boss fight there to get to alleviate the 12 bosses, got my leveling, got the boss fight, and got one of the steps to get the Illumina. So you have to take advantage of the situation. But yeah, Terra, Shadow, and Celeste. That is an interesting startup. Hey, we actually get the Remedy hidden spot.
Whoa. I'm sorry, what is that?
And an Apple weapon, too. Okay.
Hold on a minute.
Well, you didn't know about that?
I did not.
Okay, so in that...
Oh my god!
So in that open area inside of Terra's Cave, we'll just call it Terra's Cave, there are 4 locations in that one area where the item is hidden on the ground. Now, those items... in gold actually is not randomized. Those are always going to be there. So in that lower corner spot where Jexvrok went, that's always going to be a remedy. And then when you go around to the chest, 2 steps in behind that chest towards the lava on the backside is always going to be 2,000 gold. So those always are going to be there, no matter what the randomizing of this whole entire race or seed or anything like that. As YakkoWakko gets Seraphim and Jexvrok. Also, no character there as well is going to pick up a Magicite Shiva. So we are scaling quite heavily here.
Putting my brain back together. I did not know that at all. That's pretty incredible. I mean, Remedy. I've definitely wanted to have a Remedy on me early on in the game. So that's might be worth the 5 seconds it looks like it takes to get it. The Seraphim looks like it had Flare and Warp on it, both of which can be useful. Did not get a look at what Shiva had with him, though.
No, I didn't get a look at the spells yet either. I don't think we actually did get a look. Oh, but we got earrings, though, in the relic shop where Jexvrok is. I believe that's in Tizen. I think items here are being sold for quarter cost, maybe? I don't know. I mean, I'm having, like, flag merging syndrome right now. Because Turn of the Month got rolled, so, yeah.
Cell fraction is 1/2.
1/2. Okay, so it's normal.
Yeah. But, I mean, the prices are somewhat randomized, aren't they? So, because I've definitely noticed elixirs showing up at different prices. Okay, yeah, shuffle. Okay, that's also a flag.
Yep. Red jackets are in shop along with... I didn't see the shield. There was a very good shield there too as well.
Aegis shield.
Aegis shield. Enhancers are also in the weapon shop. That's very good for Celeste and Terra. That's the highest bang for your buck magic power, with the exception of Magus Rod. Did get the Esper off the Tizen Thief, so that was a nice find. As YakkoWakko also goes into Terra's check there. We'll see if he picks up the Esper on the backside. But yeah, we're looking at a very steep curve here.
Yeah, they're both at 3 characters and 2 Espers.
Yeah, they're level 22 right now. Well, they're still level 3, so they're definitely going to be going to have to pick up some fights here somewhere after they shop.
Yeah, I guess you could probably take that similar tactic of just jumping into the Elite River and seeing if you run into something easy, but yeah, they're gonna need a lot of experience. Like level 20s, that level ain't playing around. Like that's a good 30 minutes into the game unless you really spend a lot of time building up levels early on. Both runners treading similar ground. YakkoWakko choosing not to go into the save cave. It wasn't the Atma weapon, so whatever.
Oh, there's a free Aegis shield.
Yeah, there it is. I kind of only pick that if I'm planning. Like I use that guy for a little bit of experience in the Grand Melee thing, and I was happy to have, jump up to level 9 right out of the gate, but I'm not sure if it was necessarily the best use of my time.
What was your official time? I forgot to look for yours.
I want to say 143, something like that. I'm near the bottom.
Yeah, we're about the same. Like I said, Kat's in that transfer spot right now, unfortunately, and I'm like 2 steps ahead of her, so But we're definitely, Magre is a good runner. Got very far in the Moguls tournament, so we'll see what happens. But one thing I do want to mention as Shiva gets picked up by YakkoWakko, is that one thing that helps with against scaling is items, armor. That's always going to be I mean, there is a multiplier change for when there's levels involved. But if you have like an entire party with Genji armor on, it's definitely going to lessen that damage and fill in that gap quite a bit.
Yes, I believe the defense stat kind of works more on a percentile than like if the closer you get to 255, the closer you're getting to just taking 0 damage in the back row. That is purely by feeling. I don't. It's been a while since I've read that one giant Game Facts article about all the mechanics. Oh, YakkoWakko took a fight in. It looks like the army base there. Only got 1 level for each of the characters out of it, thanks to a sneeze.
People looking for more game audio. I'll bring it up a little bit higher for you guys. It's pretty much maxed out. Unfortunately, Jake's stream is a little bit laggy, so it glitches. So this is the cleanest audio I can get for us. Is off of Yakko's stream. Yeah, we're kind of crisscross applesauce right now. Jexvrok is down doing the self-figure basement that the Yakko did earlier.
It does make sense, especially if you have Terra and Celeste in your party at the beginning. There's some really obvious good first steps with that kind of team.
You don't want the presenter, though. That's not good. Oh, yeah, see, there's that level of difference there. Back-to-back hits of almost 100 damage. That's a Scimitar and Cathood, by the way, for Jexvrok in the self-figure basement. So we're finding some but again, we're finding some really great items. We're finding Genji shields. We're finding Genji gloves. We're finding Aegis shields, behemoth suits, red caps, scimitars. I mean, we're finding some really good items here.
Yeah, Scimitar especially in this case might be good for getting some random battles. You're more likely to run into something that isn't immune to instant death, which can get around the gigantic level difference.
Well, was that an oath fail that was in the last one? I don't know.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
And YakkoWakko finding a Thunder Shield in the classroom there. Very nice find. Getting, I believe, they're still using Aegis Shield, but getting close to a full set of elemental shields for their party.
Yep, just missing the nice shield. But YakkoWakko is now going to Narsh, and Jexvrok's now looting South Figure World of Ruin. No discount double check, though, because we do not have the Figure Bros.
I do agree with this, especially when, both Jex and Yakko now have 3 and 3, so the enemies are even stronger. Hey, there it is.
Yep, so we got the full set. So we will have at least a level 2 element of each type. So that'll be pretty good for spellcasting. We do have Celeste and Terra, who are decently good spellcasters, so... And those are Magus hats there.
Yeah.
Didn't buy one, though.
Low defense, but that little bump to magic power, every little bit helps. I just realized we haven't really talked about the abilities that these guys have on them. I believe I saw Shadow or Celeste with health. Ragnarok in the shop. Forget what I was talking about. And normally in a seed, you kind of look to some of the less exciting high-level armor to sell. Like you said, Genji equipment. Usually when people find that helmet, they're like, oh, cool, I just made $30,000. But in this particular case, I probably would want to keep a couple of those around just to, change that 90 damage hit to hopefully like a 60 damage hit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're pretty much like having to put every single piece of defensive equipment that we can find on ourselves here. Jexvrok's buying a couple more earrings from the T-Zin Relic shop. Definitely going the magic route for there. We are going to get a peek of Yamaro, but don't find anything there, so no character there. And also no character on the Welk check as it's vanilla.
Hey, I mean, that's pretty much the best possible thing you could find there, right?
Definitely.
At these levels?
Swinging a Ragnarok too here from Terra. It looks like Jexvrok is looking to do the same thing here.
I'll be interested to see if he goes after the Welk check right away or goes and checks Kefka at Narsh. That's because that's another place where you can kind of. Holy crap!
With the doggo kill, which does scale with magic power, by the way.
I love that dog.
Best doggo Final Fantasy.
I do like how
Angelo
from Final Fantasy VIII is also a canon.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how she shoots him off of her arm. I really don't understand that, especially in Dissidia Opera Omnia, which is a collage of every single Final Fantasy game ever created into one game.
Yeah, I played that one for a little bit.
Which is awesome. I loved it. I loved playing. I played it like a ton. But which, by the way, Terra and Celeste are ridiculous in that game.
Perfect.
Of course.
So Yakko happy with his Welk kill. I believe it was I think it looked like he got another ice shield out of that. However, not progression, which who knows if you even want that at this point.
Yeah, we got 3 Espers off of all 3 free checks. Because each one of these characters does have a free check on them. So, I guess YakkoWakko channeling his inner Terra Grand Melee, like said, going from Nars straight to Zozo.
I mean, you want the whole row on the tracker to be nice and clean. You just got, hey, there's not even a number next to this guy anymore. I'm doing great.
One other thing to note is that these 2 runners did find a cat hood, which is going to increase their income considerably throughout the race. Ooh, Hyper Rest, that's going to help with swinging some swords.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw Jexvrok had 2 at some point. I believe they did sell 1 to buy something or other, but there's been multiple cat hoods floating around. Yakko going to take on whoever's in the Dodaluma slot. It's dear.
Oh god,
it's Goddess.
It's Goddess. By the way, for skills, I don't know if we mentioned it before. Shadow has health here, pretty decent early game heal here. Trying to look for something. Celeste does have sword tech, which would be good if we could find Cyan later on. Try to max that out.
Yeah, Lore Terra.
And Lore Terra is not too bad, but however, the lores are not that great. Oh, yama!
All right.
Oh, we do get a flare proc from Terra, though.
I think that is pretty much the move. Is if you have earrings on somebody and you're willing to crack that ice shield, that's an alright idea. But yeah, since you don't have enough MP yet to cast all those high level spells you've been finding, this is kind of still your only option. Is hoping for.
Yeah, well, now we can't swing the sword anymore because that ability now prevents it from hitting her. You now hit yourself, and that is going to be a reset.
Did not even let the animation play. No, I'm not giving you the satisfaction.
Well, his best offense there was swinging the sword and trying to get the flare procs off, but once that move comes out, as we see a couple ninjas, unfortunately on Jexvrok's screen, you don't want to see that either. That's probably going to be a party wipe. Oh no, we have fire shields. Looks like multiple. Oh, and
was that 10 fire rods?
Does he have 10 fire rods?
I'm pretty sure I saw 10 next to fire rods. Which, hey, that's a way to solve the problem.
Yeah, that's a good way to solve your offensive problem. Now, when you break rods and shields, it costs the 2nd and 3rd levels in that order. So that is a good way around it. And it is flat damage. It ignores their magic defenses.
Yeah, breaking items is a really, really effective strategy in this game. It can be supplemented by money if you get lucky, and yeah, just all you need is somebody with a couple earrings on, and they're going to do pretty great.
We find Puggles here, which is going to be a bit of a long fight. So let's... Terra does know Meteor from somewhere, but can't cast it yet.
Yeah, is this... can you not escape from this one? So I'm not entirely certain if I would be willing to do it, but...
Whoopee! Jexvrok's relocating to outside of Gal's dad's house and finding GT behemoths.
Ooh.
Yeah, Gran Turismo behemoths, vectors. Or Grand Theft Behemoth.
Good block.
That'll be an interesting game. Grand Theft Final Fantasy.
Yeah, you could probably get away with that. Ooh! Arrow doing single cast has took that guy right out.
Yeah, it's not a skill you see very often. Level 10, still under leveled.
10. Yeah.
He's got an extra Esper, so that's an extra level 25 for Jexy right now. Is what he's facing versus YakkoWakko's 22. I also want to remind everybody that those two runners are actually blind to each other, so they do not see what the other one's doing, as Jex is going to go get some more levels via Floating Continent.
I guess felt comfortable with level 10, figured that at that point you can take a couple hits, you can survive long enough to break a fire rod. Whoa.
Ooh, that might be a dead Terra. Ooh, missed it.
Yeah, high magic evade, I guess, saving the day again.
Yeah, those plants are rough because you can kill them, but then they steal life from you to try to keep themselves alive. And if you do a high amount of damage from them, they might do a high amount of damage depending on what their max health is to you.
YakkoWakko making it happen. Only got one pug left. Keeps getting the retort off of Celeste. Working out pretty well.
Terra, those rods are now doing 3,000 damage a target now.
YakkoWakko got his Minerva.
Ooh, but it's worse than what he has, which is kind of weird, awkward on Terra, but Celeste is going to get it.
I guess when you have you have all of the shields available, you don't necessarily need to get it from the body armor. You can pick a defense over elemental stuff.
Esper's not really offering much, just magic power percentage 30 for a couple of them.
Yeah, the most useful things on the Espers are the spells. They've got, Meteor and Flare available, which are time consuming, but do pretty good damage. A little too expensive right now, but then Warp, which is always nice to have, means you don't have to go searching for Warp Stones.
It is true. By the way, I know we have 30 viewers here watching. Get in the chat and ask questions about the game or just comment on what the racers are doing. Get involved.
Yeah, we love talking about this stuff. Jexvrok solving all of his problems with fire rods. It's still working.
Fire. Set fire to everything. Hey, that's what Kefka did, right?
That's right. It worked.
It worked. Kefka, one of the most successful villains in Final Fantasy history.
You gotta hand it to him.
Hey, and we have some more stuff that's weak to fire and Ultros, but I really don't think we need to break a rod on him.
Yeah, he's not even worth it. It's fine. We'll just use regular fire, too, on this guy. He's a celebrity. He's nothing.
When you're celebrity... No, okay.
Yakko taking out
Brad
Morrow.
Paisley.
Got the Dab and Yeti in a different cave this time. Does have access to regular fire too, which is doing reasonable damage, but Oh, got him to eat his cherry.
Yep, so Yamara goes into the second stage, where she gets a little bit buffer. It's a little bit harder, but in the randomizer, you can pretty much go through no problem, as Jexvrok finds yet another Esper, not a character.
Power's 100 times up.
One thing to mention, though, is that we have a lot of different paths to take. We still haven't done Magitech Facility, which might have a character at the end of it, along with 2 other checks before that. You do find a Cure 3 on that Bismarck that we just got picked up at the beginning of Floating Continent.
Also Magic Power +2.
Magic Power +2, that's even better.
That's a very nice find.
But we also have Opera House, which I don't really want to mention, but we also have Letta River, Kefka at Norsh. We have a lot of different places where this character might be hiding. Or characters.
A lot of different long dungeons, too. I believe all 3 of these... Well, no, I guess Terra doesn't, but 2 of these 3 characters have access to a 3-check dungeon.
I mean, the Terra's Cave one is a long one, but it's kind of a free one, because you don't have to fight a boss at the end of it, as Jexvrok looks for another monster in the chest. It's Telstar, which is not worth it.
Green Beret.
It's going to blind everybody, unfortunately, so that's a waste.
Jerk.
So unfortunately, he's got a little bit of a problem on his hands, at least for Terra, not being able to swing her sword now. Yamaru is giving YakkoWakko a little bit of fits here in this second stage.
Not getting lucky with those flare procs, and I just... Fantastic.
Commentator's curse right there. You're right in it.
That's a good one. I should badmouth these guys more often.
Thank you, Kat, for being on top of that.
Hey, got Celeste up just in time to get this experience.
That's big.
The Yeti goes down.
Especially with this steep of a curve. 5,000 is not much, but it'll help. Another Magicite.
Wow.
Ooh, boy. Meteor 4 strength +2, so that'd be good for whoever's swinging the sword over and over again.
Is using Terra as a knight at this point, so might not be a bad one to pop on her.
What about
plumed hat?
What about Day? Sorry, bad joke. Dad joke, you know, I'm just saying. Oh my god. Oh, Orlance. There we go.
Hey, yeah, if you can find the boots, and you got somebody with something to do for the rest of the game.
Yeah, because we do have Dragon Horn. They both do, actually. As, ooh, Inferno.
Uh-oh.
Fire's not going to help with this one, unfortunately.
Cannot break rods.
So a little bit of a sticky wicket here. We might be able to break... We do have a Thunder Shield available, but we don't want to break that either.
Decided to snap a... Ooh, nice. Decided to snap an Ice Shield. This... I'm not sure if even full 9's not quite...
Well, Raiden is only going to hurt, I believe, the rear claw. I don't think it takes out the main body.
Oh,
no, it took out both claws. That was...
that at least makes...
That animation was weird. That was a weird animation, sorry.
I don't think I've seen... Yeah, when they disappear and then come back. I guess the scimitar might do that too. That was not a bad idea, because it allowed for Shiva to be a single target instead of multi-target. Get a couple extra damage out of that.
Oh, but now Tech Barrier comes out, which works just like Reflect. So now you cannot cast spells on him anymore. Using a lot of pause strats here. When you go into the magic selection, it does pause the game, so to speak, and stops timers and such when you go into the magic menu. So doing a lot of that right now. Step Mine not doing anything.
It is a very important tool to use when you are substantially... Like, if you can't take 2 hits, you want to avoid that first one. Get as much as you can. Ooh, yeah, Shadow not liking that.
No, Stepmine's not doing anything. Arrow might do something.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this guy. I know he doesn't like ice, but I kind of don't remember much else about him. I know he likes fire.
He
It's in
eats
his
fire. He doesn't like bolt because he's a machine. Like all the Empire or post-Empire machines. Oh, wow. Okay,
Ooh.
so arrow definitely worked there. Okay, I'm going to look up this arrow skill because...
Yeah, dang. Putting in a lot of work.
Yeah, keep chatting because I'm going to figure out what the heck that does.
YakkoWakko looks like also going to the floating continent, which is actually kind of interesting. It's I learned by doing it a few times on stream that is kind of considered to be not the best in terms of checks that have all of those fights attached to them, like mandatory regular battles. It's kind of considered to be not one of the best. I guess better than the river, but Magitech Factory I think I would probably do before this one. Well, no, because that has all the bosses or that has all the fights at the end, so maybe that doesn't make as much sense. So they do need the experience points, and these guys are easy enough to take care of. Jexvrok finding the still life there. Looks like according to the tracking, got Unicorn, yet another Esper, which is good. They need 12 total, and I guess Jex has got a decent number of levels under his belt at this point. Probably not as worried about the scaling, but still might end up catching up if you get a lot of Espers in short order.
Okay, just to compare, Flare, which is a powerful one people like to use sometimes, has a spell power of 60 with a hit rate of 150.
Got it.
Arrow, on the other hand, has the 150 hit rate, but its spell power is 125.
Whoa, what?
It's more than double of Flare.
All right, we've been sleeping on Arrow then.
We've definitely been sleeping on Arrow. It has it's a spell power of 125, hit rate of 150, and it costs 41 magic power in the vanilla game. You can learn it from Dark Force, Death Gaze, Demon, Marcosias. Don't know what that one is. Sprinter, Storm Dragons, Tyrannosauruses, Vesagitas, and Gilgamesh.
Man, 120. That's. What about Grand Train and like Quasar and all the top shit? They couldn't be that much higher than that.
I'll look it up.
I guess I can do that too. Can't
Man, I'm doing homework today. God damn. All right, so Grand Train has a spell power of 84.
What?
Then costs 64. But I think it's an auto hit, right? And what was the other one? It's
Quasar, I think.
Oh yeah, Quasar.
Jexvrok running into Dullahan at the end of the floating continent, taking a level question Pearl to everybody's face, and it didn't really do too much. So
Quasar is 57.
Man, Arrow.
So Arrow, yeah.
All right, this is now the Arrow cast. We're gonna just go ahead and talk about Arrow all day. Holy moly!
Yeah, 125 spell power. That's pretty insane, actually.
I guess you'd have to multi-target it. But I mean, against single target, it's just the one boss there, then Yahtzee. But that's the only real downside to it. That, and if wind is one of those elements that nobody really thinks about, so it ends up not being very good against a lot of stuff. But I don't think there's a whole lot of wind-resistant enemies in the game.
Oh no, it's not a character.
Oof. Where are they all?
That's another match site number 7 for Jexvroks. So I'm going to say Jexvroks is in the lead because YakkoWakko is going to get 3 Espers off of this to get him to 3 and 7. Because I believe the second one was an Esper too, right?
Yeah, Unicorn.
So Unicorn. So they're going to get Bismarck, Unicorn, and Ramu off this. So they are actually behind right now as Jexvrok buys another Ragnarok from the
3 of them.
Narsh weapon shop. Dual wielding Ragnaroks for Silas, actually. And it's going to switch. Oh, cannot wear the behemoth suit, unfortunately. And he did not get the Minerva for her that YakkoWakko does have, so she is a little bit low on the defensive stats, unfortunately, with the dual wield here.
Yeah, YakkoWakko and Jexvrok have now basically followed the same path here. I think they've all made roughly, all the same checks. But YakkoWakko having fought those pugs to get a very good Minerva, which, considering what Jexvrok's doing, a Minerva would really tie that room together. But yeah, just not a ton of deviation. There's a lot of, like I was saying earlier, there's a lot of obvious good picks at the beginning. Oh, chat asking, flare power appears low because it pierces magic defense. That is true. Arrow might not have that same property. I'll look it up this time. Yeah, Jexvrok going through the Behemoth Cave, which I believe YakkoWakko was through earlier.
Yep, going to Veld Cave. We know it's going to be Sasquatch Yeti at the end. It's going to be a Tarato Esper there. We'll see if they actually do it, though. We probably will, because we need 12 Espers. But yeah, we're missing this character. We still have not done Magistrate Facility, which we have the character yet. We haven't done Opera House, either. That's another place that could be a character. Letta River would have a character. Kefka Narsh could have a character. We have exhausted all of Shadow's checks, so Shadow did not have any characters at all.
There is also Goddess at the Zozo Tower. We never got to see what was behind her.
Oh, that's right. So we might be trapped behind Goddess, which would be really bad with the level scaling.
It's going to be Sabin back there, and the rest of the characters are behind him.
Oh, no. I did not roll this. This was auto-rolled, I think, from the draft, so there's really nobody to blame but these two, really, because these two are the ones that rolled it.
It was Jex's idea.
But we haven't done draft in forever, so I'm cool with it.
I mean, it is interesting. They've both found different ways of getting past that initial level hump. Jexvrok just, finding the fire rods. Perhaps YakkoWakko never saw that shop, but Jexvrok found those fire rods and just decided, hey, this is as good a solution as any. Got through a bunch of those early fights, and then YakkoWakko kind of taken the more, I don't want to say honest approach, but the more standard approach of just finding some good fights and getting, found a Ragnarok, getting some good equipment, and just brute forcing through those first couple.
Yep, but he's in a little bit better spot here against Inferno, both being on Terra and Celeste. And looks like Shadow's going to be casting Flare as well, which is not doing as much damage as the Bolt-2s are. At least Terra's. Ooh, but Shrapnel coming out missing. Thank goodness. That's a big damaging hit. I don't think we really want to cast Tarato here.
Yeah, maybe not. So Jexvrok looks like they are headed to Vector to take care of the Magitech facility. We'll see if there's a character here.
I need this tracker. Which one? The one that's below the runners here there, Von Jester?
Because I can definitely suggest some more full-featured ones that are super useful.
Yeah, there are full-featured ones that are color-coded like that. You can't afford me.
Also, yeah, she's very expensive.
Yeah, you'd have to pretty much get Ceiling Cat, because Ceiling Cat is our tracker lurking in the background doing all this.
15 years of experience in the field.
Oh man, shout out to her.
Accredited by the Trackers Bureau.
But there are trackers if you are interested. Go to our webpage, ff6wc.com, and you click on the wiki portion, and there are rundowns on how to look for the trackers, how to set them up, how to link them into your game, and like that. So go check that out on there. There's several of them. There's the YakkoWakko one. There's the one I use, which is the I forgot what's called.
Is that Emo Tracker, perhaps?
Yeah, the
I know
Emo
that
Tracker. Yeah, I use Emo Tracker.
I definitely like Caleb Sago's Auto Tracker. That it helps me out. For some reason, SNES 9X just doesn't want to let me press a button out of the window sometimes, and I swear I've changed it, but I just like having that kind of in the background. I can glance at it.
By the way, YakkoWakko also created the draft website that these two just used. So it does a lot of work for the community around here. So
lots of hard workers. I really appreciate all of the people that keep this thing going, just keep it fun.
Okay, we're bartering now. Apparently, St. Von Jester is like, well, I do make chocolate chip cheesecake and chocolate lasagna there, Ceiling Cat.
Hey, all right. Did you bring enough for the whole class?
Oh, when in doubt, go for the non-baked goods. Which I'm being harassed now because my wife's been making Oreo cheese balls nonstop.
Oh, that sounds all right.
Yeah, it's just cream cheese mixed with Oreos crushed together and you roll them into a ball. It's amazing. Oh, and you put white chocolate on it.
I really like those weird, nasty lump oatmeal chocolate cookies. They look just disgusting, but I'm super into those. Like no bake, I think is what they're called specifically.
Oh yes,
Jexvrok. Jexvrok skipping the most important chest in the game.
No. But they get another Espert.
Yeah.
Well, there's no characters on these two, so we got Ultras Numero Uno.
YakkoWakko having a little bit slower going, chewing through these tumbleweeds without having access to a bunch of fire rods.
Celeste just dealt. I gotta hold on. That was an absurd amount of damage. She just dealt 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. She just dealt 12,800 damage.
Hey.
So Celeste is fine for Jex.
She's doing all right.
She's definitely holding her own. We are going to go to part 3, though, because we are looking for that 4th character.
Yeah. You gotta check every nook and cranny at this point. It's
because if
been
there's
I think 2 dead checks. There was also the ice shield. There's the dragon horn at the Whelk Gate, and then the ice shield.
Yeah, if there's not a character off this, then we are definitely gonna have to go down the bottom of the barrel for the checks that nobody wants to do. And the thing is, Jexvrok, I don't think knows about the goddess at Zozo. So he's going to be for a rude surprise there.
Wow, lots of money.
Yeah. Cathood, man. Oh, vectors?
That's why.
Oh, that's so annoying. Ba 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 ba.
These things confused me very badly when I was a kid. It took me a while to figure out what was going on.
Oh, and the other thing is, the creators of this game were like, "Yeah, we just want to do something different." That was their that was literally their answer to this.
Yeah, it was just supposed to be funny. It was like, yeah, we did a little joke. It's haha. They're side by side.
So yeah, we got tired of just like having them all over the screen, so we just stacked them all on top of each other. Everybody's like, okay.
Yeah, YakkoWakko still making his way through Dullahan. Shadow got frozen, unfortunately.
It's a very dark blue frozen. Fortunately, they're still blind. Not sure what's up with that. Jexvrok is going to fight the boss here at the end of this tunnel. Oh, it's Doom. Okay. It's another statue.
Now I want statues to be in front of every single character.
You're mean.
It's I didn't do it. You can't prove that I had anything to do with this.
Well, I know you didn't have anything to do with it, but I mean... And also, sorry, folks, for starting the stream about 30 minutes late, though, so... I want to apologize for that, too.
Yeah, we had some logistic stuff.
Yep.
But we got a pretty cool run out of it. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this kind of tough curve in the beginning, but it really looks like everybody's got their momentum.
Watch it be Go-Go.
Umaro.
Yeah, watch it be like Go-Go Umaro off this one. That would stink. Well, we know it's not. Well, we know it's not Umaro, because Umaro doesn't go to another character. Unless that other character is a Kefka and Narsh or a Terrachak.
Right. Yeah, nobody's gone up the mountain yet, so we don't know what the reward for that has happened to me before, where I had to go there.
Well, no, they went to Welk, and you can peek the Umaro reward in World of Balance.
Oh yeah, but nobody's went up to the mountain to see about Kefka and Narsh.
No one's gone up there all the way up.
Which is nice that you get that look first.
Oh my God, Saturday nights.
He's got I think that's image, I believe, right? That Doom puts on when it uses that stance change or whatever you want to call it. Arrow.
By the way, Coliseum 2 update. Mogri dropped a time of 1:27:18.
Oof.
Which that means that knocks fortunately that knocks our tracker out into the pit. And just to check your
that's a good attitude.
That means Infinite Fluff is now on the bubble.
Oh my goodness! No more Magicite. It's more Magicite.
It was Magicite.
All three.
My God. Well, you know what? We need more Magicite than we need characters than usual. Because usually when we run these, we do 6 characters, 9 espers.
Yeah, but he only needs 1 more.
Yeah, but you know what? Finding all these espers is really not a bad thing. Because like in that Coliseum run, we had a hard time trying to find that last esper.
That's true.
So I guess it's a good thing. As Evil 2 comes out, something you don't want to see, but yeah, okay.
Celeste is solving problems.
My girl.
I gotta hand it to her on this one.
Oh my goodness.
Well, somebody in the chat mentioning that Jex has Merton. That's a handy one, especially if they found red jackets. They found plenty of shields.
Yeah, they have red jackets. Minerva was on the table. Well, it was on for YakkoWakko because he did find the Pug's chest. But
it is an older strat, but I like it quite a bit. If you give everybody fire immunity or fire absorption, then now suddenly Merton does damage and heals the entire party.
Jex is loving Tizen. He is a fan of Tizen. I think he wants to become a citizen as he just picks up a mega elixir from the shop.
I think, did he buy just the one or did he get a couple?
He bought one. He bought multiple of the sleeping bags also because he also found sleeping bags there. So.
Oh, YakkoWakko going through the opera house. We can finally see what's behind there. And Jex getting a heal from the bucket and taking a quick save. I wonder if he's going to head up. Yep, looks like he might be heading up to Kefka at Narsh.
Before I ask, no, I'm not updating that graphic because I would have to update like half of it. And I'd be sitting here for like a half an hour not talking. Oh, Jex is making the climb.
This is a good one. You can see what it is right away, and if it's not a character, you can just say, yep, never mind. I got more important places to be.
Ooh, Guardian. But we do have Bolt too, so that shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, actually, yeah, Yakko has a lot more versatility. Jexvrok has Celeste swinging them Ragnaroks around, but has kind of gone through...
Not a character.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he didn't save? He's got to walk back? Oh no, Wakka shaming back?
I believe he did save at this thing. Maybe it was just like a reflex and kind of forgot. Oh, no, looks like he reset. Oh,
no, he's frozen. His stream froze.
He's slipping through time itself.
Yeah.
Chat's asking if he did Welk yet. I believe so.
Yeah, he did it earlier.
Yeah, Welk, the only non... I was wrong about that ice shield. I don't know what I was thinking of there. Must have been thinking of a different seed. But yeah, the Welk check is the only non-Esper check that we have found in... Looks like... Do a quick count. Just one, so it's just 12 checks. Wow.
We actually lost Jexstream. Jexstream actually went completely down. So we could try to get that back as soon as we can.
Well, in the meantime, Yakko doing a very good job chipping away at this Guardian. A little more magic focused, it seems. Celeste is using Empower, but that might just be more as a healing move. Took out the Guardian. We're gonna see who's on the other side of this opera house.
So who's going to kidnap Celeste?
I bet it's an imp.
That's rough. It is!
Oh my... All right. Holy crap. I was joking. I'm sorry, everybody. Maybe this is my fault.
Sorry. That's the new Twitch thing now. They put that stupid promo music over it when you try to reconnect.
Oh. Well, so that is another Esper. A good one, but... I just double-checked the seeds, and it does have characters starting at the average level. So once Jexvrok does finally find another character, they will be at level 50 or whatever. And same with Yakko. Looks like they're making the trek up to the top of the mountain to get a little disappointed. Although they are only at 8 at this point. They might be interested in taking that a little bit more than Jexvrok was at 11. So we'll see. We'll see if they make a different decision here. As Jexvrok's come back just in time to see the weird buff demon. I don't like this guy.
Yep, so Jexvrok is doing the Terra check, the Pumbaba check now. Fortunately, we did not see... Oh, he just claimed off a Narsh, so he must have went straight here in that time. So I did not see anything extra in his tracker, so we should be good to go.
Ceiling Cat saying that the reward is Mog. Not necessarily the good... that's one check.
Well, I mean... That actually stinks, because we know Kefka Narsh is not a character, but now Jex is going to have to climb back up the top of the hill again.
Right, yeah.
But he must just do it
Mog
there.
Has natural jump.
Oh, so Dragonhorn will definitely come in handy.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, he is level 3, though.
For now. He's still shaking it off.
Also, does anybody want to mention that Mog's making babies? I'm just saying.
Don't blow up his spot, man.
You know, he's in retirement after the Mughals tournament. You know, he's in the off season.
He's earned it.
Also, by the way, 3 characters with the sneeze from Pumbaba means you only get 1 character to do this fight with.
That is why I really don't like this check. It always catches me off guard which characters get removed from the fight.
And with Mog not having any magic, we can't do the pause buffer step because we do have Doom on Terra right now. But Arrow coming through with the quad 9s double back-to-back, so we get through the fight.
That's a good spell.
As we're definitely finding out, again, every time I do restreams, I learn something new.
Jexvrok finally with a full party.
YakkoWakko with the rude news, and it's going to be Goddess here at the top of the tower.
Now, this is a rematch, I believe.
Oh, is this the rematch for them?
If I'm not mistaken. I think that Yakko is the one that had climbed up here before. It's one of the reasons why they were a little bit behind Jex when they were matching up on the floating continent.
Now, if you're Jexvrok, now do you go back to Narsh and climb up the hill again, or do you do? I guess he's going to Narsh because I mean that's no discussion there. He just flew rush right there. So
yeah, looking on what is available.
Lete River.
I mean, I don't know unless you want to
Zozo.
do the Leet River.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't done Opera either, which we know is not a character either.
True. Yeah, honestly, I probably would have taken the Opera over climbing back up there. I mean, it does have free.
The Opera, but no.
Does have free progression, so at the very least, they know that it's possible. I'm trying to think of trying to think positively here.
I believe Mog, Gogo, and Yamaro's checks, since they're only single checks, will not be. If no free checks is turned on, I believe they have to be character whispers. I believe that's how it works. Don't quote me on that.
Well, okay, I can see this is maybe a bit of a gamble, but if that is a character behind Mog, they can then just try the Kefka at Narsh thing right away and potentially get go mode in one shot.
Taco Magic saying with how character gating logic works, the Mog check is most likely.
Yeah, the way that it works is that like the Russian nesting doll effect where there's more likely to be a character behind another character.
From Mother Russia.
I made that up. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
With international reference.
Matryoshka. Is that how you say that?
I'm not sure. And that's not a character, Taco. You lied to us. You lied to us.
Just left. F it. Okay, so Leet River, Zozo Tower. We'll see what's beyond the Goddess here, hopefully in a little bit.
Okay, so we're doing Lete River or Lete River. I mean, there's no other choice.
Yeah, I think that's it. If there's no character behind Goddess here, which there we
Goddess,
go, very
okay.
nice.
So we're gonna find out if this is a character. We know where it is. If this is not a character, it has to be Lete River.
Then it'll be Leet River gated. As somebody in chat just said that. Oh my goodness.
Let's see what Jex goes. Jex looks like he's gonna go to Zozo. So we're gonna see after we look at Behemoth suit. That's actually needed. A fake mustache. It is not a character. It is Leet River.
Leet River.
Oh my god.
Gotta go to the river.
Oh.
Gotta go do the Tom Sawyer thing.
Take me to the river.
Man.
At dawn.
This can also be our fault because we were talking a lot of smack about Leet River early on. Jex at least probably going to make pretty quick work of Goddess, take 1 or 2 swings with Celeste, see what you can get away with. But plenty of offense on both of our runners now at this point. I think I saw Yakko just past level 40.
Mwah, perfection.
And the cap, I'm checking it now, the cap is 65. So eventually, I think they're getting pretty close.
Well, hold on. Does dragons cause progression too, or no?
Oh crap! I forgot. Yeah, they got to fight 4 dragons.
Yeah, and they've been progressed pretty far now. But does dragons count as progression though?
They are required. Yeah, there's 4 of them needed
so
to get through.
So 5, 12, and 4 is 21 times 3 is that's 63. So base level minimum is 63.
Ooh, Mog doing 7K per jump.
Really?
Well, yeah. Well, they're
I mean, we're so late.
Yeah, exactly. Jexvrok's up like past level 50 at this point, so Mog is getting close to be just cranking out 9s.
Here's the interesting thing, though. YakkoWakko never got Mog.
Yep, not there yet.
So he doesn't know, but he's doing Let the River before Jex is.
I can understand this insofar as just thinking like, okay, what would be the stupidest possible thing that would be going on right now? That would be it would be the river. That would be the funniest outcome. So let's go ahead and go for it.
Oh, we lost the music on this fight. That's weird.
I believe these are the 2 guys from the Floating Continent start, so they just use whatever the original music is. I love that, by the way.
Oh, you get to hear the nice river flow in the background. Gives a little ASMR mixed in with our FF6.
Everyone assume tree position. I don't know if that was real. You can imagine what tree position is. Just do that.
All I know is that these girls on Twitch doing downward dog. That's all I know.
It's a whole category.
Yeah, it's its own category, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, Jack's going into the opera.
And it's going to be rudely. That means it's going to be maxed out on levels then for progression of 65. So by the time he gets through everything. So question. So the 4 dragons that you have to do. Obviously, we cannot do. Well, no, you can do Phoenix Cave. You just can't do the reward at the end.
Right, yeah.
You cannot do Mount Zozo, because you need cyan for that. You can do Magi Towers, technically. I believe.
Well, I mean, do the ones in the
Opera House, of course.
There's a couple in Kefka's Tower, also.
Yeah.
And I think it's just for unlocking Final Kefka, not for getting in.
Which I don't think there is a shortcut for this. Oh, thank God.
There is, actually. It's for 9 characters, which they're not going to get that.
Oh, they're not going to get that in this. No. Not if whatever this character is starts the character train like crazy. We're not getting that.
No.
Which for YakkoWakko, being down 3 Espers here for some reason. Maybe because I don't think they did Master Tech Facility. It's hard to tell. Yakko does not use a detailed tracker, just character only.
You are correct, according to our tracker at least.
Oh yeah, we have our tracker. Oh, tracker, duh.
It's a good one. We've established that.
Yeah, I know. So he hasn't done any of those. So thank you, Kat. So that's where his 3 other Espers are. Well, we get the boss fight here at the end. It's going to be Tri-Touch.
Oh.
We do have Fire 3s. Or Fire 2s, rather. So, should be able to get through this.
Ooh. Has neglected to swap all the shields around, so Terra is missing Fire 2.
Yeah, that's okay. Meteor for 6,000 damage is fine.
Okay. Yeah, never mind. You're doing great.
And try
So
touch
much
also
health.
with the audio that you use for the background, so still get to hear the natural resources sound effects in the background.
So much health on all of these bosses too. On top of the huge level scaling, they also get HP bonus buffs.
Yeah, because the normal run, try touch should be dead by now.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of running out,
Oh. Jexvrok jumping with Mog looked like they were using the Ragnarok.
yep, because I believe Orlance is for Edgar, not Mog.
Oh, okay.
Strago!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Yeah, with Struggle with Shock.
Shock Drago?
Sure.
Shock Strago?
Just Strago.
Well, that's actually his fourth character, so he just adds him.
Yep.
That's interesting. So magic power is just going to be slapped on Strago and never take it off.
Yeah. Zip zap. So I guess, okay, now you check the tower, because that's just right there, right?
And
then...
you get the dragon, too.
Oh, right, yeah, there is a dragon there.
Oh, he's going to go to Narsh instead, though. Probably it's like, Strago checks. I don't want to do Strago. Well, he's going to heal.
Yeah, forget that. Let's do the tower. Let's do Kefka at Narsh.
Well, you're looking at Burning House, Ebbett's Rock, and Magic Master's Tower. I mean, those are the three. Did Jex roll this? No, both of them rolled this.
He was involved.
Yakko was involved in this. Like, this is what they drafted. This is what they picked.
They did this to themselves.
So, yes. This is self-mutilation here that we're experiencing live on Twitch. If you want more and you want to roll your own mutilation seeds, head over to FF6c.com and roll your own seeds. Also, while you're there, check out our Discord, where all the information, the latest news and information, especially with the Coliseum 2 event starting right now with Coliseum 2 Grand Melee, wrapping up this Sunday. So check that all out on our Discord.
There's a lot of fun people and good resources all over that place to, I don't know, just have a really good time. Just not even if you're not interested in the racing aspect of it. There's a lot of fun discussion and weird little ideas for seeds to run. It's a fun place.
By the way, about the character trainer just mentioning, Setzer is at the bottom of Fennec's tower.
Yep.
And we are going to get the dragon.
So that's enough characters for YakkoWakko.
This is a white dragon. We do not have a siren or silence, I believe, available at the moment, so make this feel a little bit harder. Especially White Dragon is a bit of a harder boss or dragon to fight because it does cast several spells to open the combat with before you even fight. So, here on that. Oh, and because we're in the tower, Strago is absolutely useless because we can't use shock.
And he has not learned any spells yet.
He hasn't learned any spells yet, so Strago's just gonna be along for the ride. He's gonna be like playing with a grandparent while you play Yahtzee. He's just along for the ride.
His controller isn't plugged in; it's just tucked in under the console.
By the way, did you remember back then when you would play Final Fantasy III on the original Super NES? Did you know that was multiplayer?
Yeah, it completely blew my mind. It was a really good way to get my sister to chill out. It's like, no, hey, look, you can play. You control that one down there. But yeah, that's interesting. I believe that wasn't in 4, but I think 5 did have that option in the Japanese version.
I want to be so bad. Listen to Jexvrok when he gets his reaction off. This is going to be a Strago.
That
Which doesn't matter because he only needs his dragon. So
yeah.
I mean,
I guess not go mode quite yet, but
Oh, Pearl Lance. We actually get the Lance for Mog off of Pearl Dragon, of course.
Decides against the Shock Strago. Doesn't necessarily need Shadow in there. Health is not now that they have access to cure spells. Health isn't necessarily a reasonable slot, but I don't know. Maybe they're just doing good enough. Don't have to worry about shock.
No, I mean, you really don't need it. I mean, we have all 3 cures available, so. Where's Jex? Oh, Jex is doing Dragon up at the hill.
Yeah.
So you're looking at Magi Fanatics Tower, Dragon, Narsh Dragon, Opera House Dragon, the 2 dragons in Kefka's Tower, which would be a little difficult to do because you're going to have to do those short-handed.
Yes. Interestingly, I didn't even think about this with the 5-character limit. That means one of those 3 parties is going to have one in them if they don't. If Jexvrok doesn't decide to do an extra dip. Oh.
Junior,
it scared me for a minute.
Junior trying to press Dad. Hey, Dad, I can do this. This is my tower, too.
This guy's controller is definitely not plugged in.
No. Goldie at the top of Narsh. Not too bad of a dragon to fight. One of the easier ones, in my opinion.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have quite as much damage as some of the other ones. Uses Bolt 2 even this late in the game.
Oh, Kapow on both sides.
So that gives Yakko their last character and Jexvrok their first dragon.
Jeremy, that's just wrong. That's so wrong. It's Magimaster that was put on Wish. That's just bad. Oh, he's just going to do Tri-Touch here. That's interesting. We already have enough Espers. Maybe we'll get a Lumina off this. Who knows? Infrared and Shiva.
It won't take too long to chew through it, at least.
Mog's going to be useless because I believe Infrared's immune to Pearl, so... This jump's going to do, like, nothing.
Chat pointing out could be a leveling strategy. That's possible.
Yeah, I mean, we have to already fight 3 dragons. I mean, how much more levels do you need? I mean, well, the curve is 65, so yeah.
Which is definitely going to be the case once they get to the final boss there.
Yeah, Jex is over that now. He's already maxed out. Oh, Fenrir!
Okay.
We'll take
Actually,
Fenrir.
it was a very smart thing to do.
Yeah, okay. Well, we have Fenrir and Golem, so, I mean... But Fenrir are definitely the better of the 2. In my opinion. Not because it's a wolf. So he's do Magi Tower, too. Might pick up Setzer here, maybe? I don't know.
Possibly for the dragon, too.
He's going to be like, oh, yeah, of course there's a character here. Why wouldn't there be?
Sure, yeah, of course. Probably one in Burning House, too.
That's probably a Vanilla Shadow. Oh, no, Vanilla would be a Realm or something. Guess that'd be a French Vanilla Realm? I don't know.
Yeah, I think she officially joins you in Esper Mountain.
That's true. I should know that. I just played that in the Pixel Remaster. Oh, Gao. Hello, Gao.
Oh. Morph and Rage, sure.
Morph. Vanilla and Morph, okay. What would happen if you morphed and then you raged with Stray Cat?
I mean...
What would happen?
Big damage. Big damage.
All the damage. Shout out Mr. Bus Driver, first time chat.
Oof, Jexvrok taking some nasty Pearl shots. Oh, that one missed.
Shot. Sorry.
Almost 1,500 per spell.
By the way, 2 visits to the Opera House for YakkoWakko for music. Appreciate that, as it's a dirty dragon.
Ooh, standard dragon. This one I don't like finding pretty much at any point. Horn Tusk will mess you up if you're not paying attention to your
for
defense.
that matter.
Ooh.
Horn
Okay.
Tusk and Earthquake both.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, our first use of shock by Strago does... okay. Not going all the way up for Jexvrok. He says, I'm going to take the dragon, and thank you, and I'll leave.
That's fair. Not going to worry about getting 9 characters to try to get the tower skip. Work out those glutes.
Yeah, I'm watching that going around circles, actually making me nauseous. I'm not going to lie.
It's a big tower.
Which, by the way, Jexvrok's still in the lead here. They're up 3 Espers.
That is true. Yakko still has not gone into the Magitech facility, but
It's
does have
Illumina!
access to a... That's pretty good. Lots of really high-level weapons floating around.
And Jex is going to get their Illumina as well, so they're going to be swinging. Well, probably going to go on Celeste.
So Yakko has access to a couple different checks. They can take on the Doomgaze fight right away. They can go to the Velt.
Gefeltefish?
Yes, that's the one.
Well, actually, they're going to do Narsh instead, so they're going to go Dragon Tritouch here.
I believe the Zen Thief, have they both done that one already?
Yes. They did that early game.
Oh, it looks like Yakko, according to the tracker at least, Yakko has not pulled Raiden out there. It looks...
Really? I thought he did.
Didn't get a good look at the second page there, but...
Well, it's interesting because all these Espers were early game. It's going to be really interesting if he starts getting Pokemon character now.
Oh, yeah. Just can't keep him away.
No.
Well, I guess
mean,
the Veltcheck might have a character, but with Search the Skies, that I believe is item or Esper.
No, I forgot. Also, these guys have Atma too. Forgot these guys had Atma weapon as well available.
They got a lot of power.
Yeah. By the way, Jexvrok is now over level 58. Usually in these races, you're usually around the high 30s, low 40s. These guys are like hitting 60s. And we're only an minute and 15. We're only an hour and 15 minutes into the race.
Yeah, it's not... Oh, heading into the auction house.
Why? What was the shortcut?
The KT skip is, according to the log that I'm looking at right here, is for 9 characters, not extra Espers. So Jexvrok hopefully is not working with bad information here.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense on why you want to get more Espers. Unless he's looking for the high level spells, like trying to get high level spells, because there is only I think they only have Ice 3.
Yeah.
Like they don't
do
have
have
Fire 3.
I believe Siren is available, but I don't believe Mute the spell is.
Well, that's fine. As long as we have Siren, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, I got Siren out of the Magitech facility even.
We also have We also have Raiden, Gollum, and Fenrir. So we have enough. We just don't have a X-Zone or Doom option for right arm or machine, whichever one you don't Raiden. It looks like we're going to go straight to Kefka and Tower here for Jexvrok. He does need to do a dragon on one of the side paths, however, to unlock it. But you can enter it at least. And since we got these characters so late, the levels are actually not too bad on our backup characters here.
Yeah, I was just about to say, even the Strago that showed up right at the very end is only 7 levels below everybody else at 53.
Yeah, usually when you do this, you're like level 30 or 40, and your backup characters are like 5.
Yeah. It's like, here's your Moogle charm. Please don't make too much noise when you die.
Yeah. You need to drag their dead bodies across. Charles like, come on, I need you for the Moogle charm as you drag their bodies across Tarnation.
Nobody's allowed to touch me because I'm holding this corpse.
And yes, I have not run the animation for Kefka Unlock because we haven't unlocked Kefka yet, technically. So.
Ooh. Legally speaking.
Yes. We like to keep things legit here, dang it.
That's right. We're on a tight ship.
Yar. We need to do like a stream on Talk Like a Pirate Day. Okay, well, if you know you've got money, spend it. YakkoWakko with 5 ice shields.
Yeah, I believe there was a 10 million digit in there. I don't know if it goes up that high, but there was a lot of numbers on that GP list.
YakkoWakko wipes his bum with thousands. He doesn't. Whoa, that was weird. Did he have enough espers? We're only listing 10. His tracker almost says 10. And he needs 12.
Well, I guess we'll see if it pops up. If they kill their first dragon here. Jexvrok taking out their last dragon.
Alright, is Bluey. We do have Bolt. Unfortunately, this group does not have the Bolt 2. And Fire 2 is not going to really do much here because it is a water dragon. Or I could just be lying.
I think Shadow had the +2 magic power Esperon for quite a while.
Okay, so we're just counteracting the fact that we're just turning this dragon into steam, apparently. Ooh, no doggo.
Oh, Strago's swinging for 6 grand. That ain't bad.
Yeah, late add-on old man just swinging swords for 6,000 as an extra dude.
Swinging a sword twice his size.
Yep.
Yep, that's the final Kefka unlock for Jexvrok. Get a free
another Illumina. What the heck, man? Yeah, the Kefka can't believe we just found another Illumina, so yeah.
YakkoWakko working on the that's Ultros 3, I believe, or 2. The one with Chupon.
Yeah, no experience, unfortunately, off that fight. So, again, we want to reiterate that everything they're going to be fighting here, once they get enough espers, by the way, will be level 65. YakkoWakko at level 55, so he's actually 10 levels below what they're fighting.
That does put him at risk of taking a bunch of extra damage from some of these bosses that might have otherwise avoided. But yeah, still, and yeah, the Chupon thing not really working out. But still, if they only have those 10 espers, then this is unfortunately going to be a trip that doesn't last to the end.
The other dragon on the other side is actually Ice Dragon, and Terra. YakkoWakko slapping an ammo weapon and offering on her. We'll be swinging a sword here in a second.
Very nice.
16,000 damage. The heck with your quad 9s. But again, might be in for a rude awakening here as there are down 2 espers here. And gets a second ammo weapon?
Finish
we
it.
have a Genji glove.
Pop the Genji glove on. Just do it.
Yeah, it's going to be horrible trying to keep that health up, though. I mean, double Abba weapon offering Genji glove is ridiculous, but to keep their health at max to get the max damage out is really rough.
That's true. Yeah, YakkoWakko Setzer, unfortunately, level 88, or 48. Only level 88. Only level 48.
Shadow, run! They're going to drop a weight on you.
I love that little angry hands on the hips thing that everybody's got. Just does half of them does not look like it could actually push anything.
Or Shadow just... Well, Shadow can, because you see his biceps when he flexes here?
That's right.
It's like, ugh. His biceps, like, as big as his head. Trying to show it up. Pumbaba.
I love all those quote-unquote official renders of the Final Fantasy sprites from 6, where they've got their little fist balled up right at their sides. Jexvrok taking on the Guardian slot.
Yep. It's going to find Cranes. Another kind of... Now,
Fraser and Niles.
Yep, Fraser and Niles is how you remember him. Fraser and Niles, fire left, bolt right.
Niles loves electricity. Just like the show.
What a shocking discovery.
Okay, Jexvrok's still using Ragnarok on Mog's jump. I guess Dragonhorn does not disable the proc.
Oh. So Yakko just realized that they needed the Espers, just jumped on the ship just to do the Search the Skies check, and immediately runs into the Three Stooges, which you do not want to run into.
Yeah, this is a time killer.
And for those that have a hard time with this, you have to kill the top one first. To have the best success with this, because basically remember that the top one is like Phoenix. They do fire and life.
Got a lot of attacks queued up, so hopefully they can... good, he used fire, did not use life. Oh,
You know,
okay.
you gotta stop saying this stuff, man.
Alright, I think maybe I should just quit while they're ahead.
And of course, with this stage of the game this late, these guys have a ton of health.
That's true. They're healing for barely anything at all. They've all got incredible equipment at this point. There we go. Took care of it.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of talk after this run about finding YakkoWakko, finding Minervas off the pugs, and not getting the last two Espers treading into Kafka's Tower, where Jexvrok's finding the Moogle.
Oof.
And this is a dead check.
Unfortunately. The second item.
A VK? Yeah. Why not? Why not have a VK? We already have two Atma weapons. We have 3 Ragnaroks, 2 Illuminas. Hey, let's just throw in a VK with everything else.
Real quick sidebar. Magimaster fighting Solo Terra over on Jexvrok's screen.
And we don't have Berserk either.
Oof.
This...
But I mean, hey, V-Knife was the last one. Now they've got the full set.
Okay, we do have an Atma weapon, which would be kind of slow. We don't have the offering on her, but we can swing an Atma for quad 9s. As we take no damage from double casting Ice 3s. Because, yeah, what's worse than fighting Magimaster? Magimaster is level 65. So this is going to be a very long fight. Oof. Okay, he finally found the weak spot on Terra.
Yakko making their way through... that's a wipe.
He found the weak spot. It just keeps hitting with a bolt 3. Oh, man. Well, this might be a warp out. and load the team up because Magimaster is no joke.
This gives Yakko a chance to catch up.
Honestly, I would reset the party and hit Magimaster with 3 characters. But he's going to do the other side first with Shadow, because Shadow does have, I believe, Strago in tow.
Yeah.
So Narapa the Rappa, easy fights. We will finish this side and probably warp out. Ooh, Yakko finding Gigantos. That's good for XP.
Ooh, hitting hard though. Got a good swing on him.
By the way, about your double Atma action.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 40,000 damage, by the way.
Beautiful.
40,000 damage Atma weapons.
There's a decent chance that I guess Jexvrok doesn't have that Minerva. That's really gonna actually sting in this case. That could have saved him the time that it might take to go back out, but might be able to fiddle with his equipment in a way to make Terra resistant to more elements. Oh shoot, I missed it.
I think it said Infrared.
Uh-oh.
Oh, level 5 Doom. Here's the math
Time to hold your breath.
And Celeste goes down again.
Poor Celeste.
God. My girl! No! No! Terra, stop! Celeste needs the levels. Oh my God. That's so insane damage.
Jexvrok did put on the Rage Ring, which stops... Oh, I make a different decision. Shell would work, maybe?
I wouldn't...
Oh, wow.
Seriously, I wouldn't even bother be forcing this at this point. I would just warp out and just reset. I know you'd have to climb the tower again, but you've already cleared everything else out, so... I'm just gonna try.
Take a crack at it.
Again, it does not have the Minerva that Yakko has on Celeste.
Is using a Fire Shield plus...
Actually, never mind. Terra can't use Minerva. Never mind. We knew that. We tried it before.
Something that didn't get that second hit out, so didn't see... Okay. In the chat, somebody mentioned Fire Bolt Protection. I believe they're referring to the Rage Ring right there.
So we got the Rage Ring on, an Ice Shield on, and probably a Fire Jacket on. Or Red Jacket. Which basically protects us from every single freaking element.
Yep.
It's like a poor man's Minerva. Well, expensive man's Minerva, because you're using 3 different items.
Right, yeah.
But, yeah.
But, opting to go for spells, throwing flares over at Magimaster. That'll do the trick. And
it's just going to take a while.
They were missing, unfortunately, their first 2 swings with the Atma weapon, so I think they decided just, let's go with the sure thing.
YakkoWakko just randomly walking sideways for Velt. He's doing Velt and World of Ruin. Okay, you don't really see that very often. This is Esper number 2. So
got it.
Oh, we got Shoat, which is what we needed.
So Yakko can now go back into the tower.
And it had Bolt 3 too. Which is interesting. Wow, Magimaster's like, fine, I'll cast Poison on you instead. That's weird how Yakko does that.
Oh yeah, I kind of like doing that too. The game doesn't get rid of your momentum when you click on Kefka's tower. So if you're going at top speed, you just do this like fly through the air thing. I don't know why. Phoenix Cave does not do that, so I'm not sure why Kefka's tower has a little special thing attached to it there. Terra making it through Magimaster which puts Jexvrok right at the doorstep of the final boss.
I'm sorry, does Terra have 129 magic power?
Why not? Yeah, maybe. I must have missed that.
I think that's what I saw.
Well, it looked like Shadow had 90 something.
Have my eyes deceived me?
These are some very beefy characters. The Jexvrok getting up to the high 50s, low 60s. YakkoWakko still have some bosses ahead of them, so they're going to be climbing probably another 5 or 6 levels on the way up the tower as well.
Yep, 133 for the switches for Jex to start Kefka. I don't think Kefka's going to live very long, though.
Yeah, that's not a terrible time considering how many hiccups this seed has thrown these racers' way.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much saw to it that we got every single Esper early, and the characters were hidden. So, yeah.
And Yakko not that far behind.
I guess the only...
Still gotta...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, still has to do the weird character swapping puzzle stuff in the beginning, and fight a couple enemies. But also running in with 6 characters, so they don't have a solo Terra to fight the Magimaster.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be paired up with somebody else. Although, yeah, no, everybody's gonna be paired up with somebody else. I guess the only blessing from this particular seed is that we did have Shadow and Celeste on our team for the floating continent and magic tech facility for a huge amount of checks to get through, plus Terra's treasure room early game.
Yeah, there were a lot of early options.
I mean, these are probably the 3 best characters to start with for checks and treasure and everything else.
Oh yeah, easily. You got two free checks.
3 free checks.
3. Oh, you're right. I forgot. Yeah, one of those free checks you're definitely going to do because it also has like 20-something chests in it.
Yep.
But yeah, chat pointing out Jex does kind of have this, but something nasty could happen up on tier 3.
Or 4. We are very high leveled, so Ultima's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, HP's in the 5,000 to 6,000, so probably not going to kill everybody with an Ultima.
Ooh, update from the chat. Another person has finished their Coliseum time, so I'm afraid now my co-commentator and restreamer of this fine night is on the bubble.
Let me look at that. Yep, Banana Peel Neal with a 131.25, so now I am on the bubble.
Oh man, I'm closer to it.
I am currently Mr. Irrelevant, which is what I named my team when I did this run, so...
That's a good name.
Yeah. That's the name of the last person to be drafted in the NFL. There's actually an award that goes with it when you're drafted number, I think it's 299 or something like that.
I think we had something like that with Ultros League. It's like the honorary Leo award.
Yeah, I was expecting to be in the pit anyway, so... But if nobody else runs, then I guess I'm safe.
Jexvrok going through this fight pretty clean. YakkoWakko, however, achieving the moral victory of grabbing the hidden chest in front of the statue.
But nobody suplex train. Well, we didn't see a train either, so...
Ooh, you're right. Oh, I think one of them ran into the train. Yeah, the train is in the Magitech factory at the finish. So it was a flying train.
Oh, but we didn't have Blitz, though. Either way, anyways.
It's a lot harder to suplex the flying train.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yakko tearing through all these bosses. They got plenty of damage.
Yeah, Illuminas, ammo weapons, Ragnaroks, VK knives. I mean, you name it, we have the weapons at our disposal. Everybody is Cecil in this run.
Yeah.
And we have Mog doing his best Kane impression.
Okay. Interesting. Yakko's levels are actually higher than Jexvrok's at this point.
Are you kidding me? 60s?
62 for Terra.
My God. What have we created?
Good television. Yeah, this is a squash match right now. The only thing that can stop Jexvrok is misfortune, which there has been plenty of it in this seed, so can't rule that out for sure.
Ooh. I probably should switch over to his audio, trying to get Kefka here, huh?
Oh, Setzer had throw.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh. Oh, Shadow. Yeah. One shot. Get out of my backyard. This is my house.
Cure 3 from Shadow on Jex's guy doing 7,000 healing.
This is a fun one. Big numbers are cool.
I like big numbers.
They're great.
And Calmness, of course, missing because of the Fenrir. And we get to Kefka.
So the EXP GP scaling is listed as party average, and I'm actually not completely certain what that. Oh, never mind. Over here, the experience multiplier was only 3. So they haven't been getting more experience than a regular. They haven't been getting more experience than a regular thing, but the levels are so much higher that the experience totals are therefore that much higher as well. Okay, I figured it out. I got there, everybody.
Never mind. His audio's in and out. Oh, Celeste is rocking now the double Atma's action over here.
Oh man, he took a hyperdrive but did not take an Ultima.
Well, they're not going to take anything because I think that's a kapow from Kefka. Yep.
Oh.
That's a 140-17 in the win for Jexvrok.
Gave him a whooping. Yeah, that one hyperdrive at the end smashed Terra in the face. She just wiped a little trickle of blood off her mouth and smirked at him. So YakkoWakko looks like they're getting set up for their climb up the 4-part final boss. Now we try to get Jexvrok in to... Oh, there he is.
GG's.
GG's, man.
GG's.
That was a goofy one.
That was interesting for sure.
Definitely self harm on this one. I mean, trying to find the characters.
Yeah, I was not expecting it to be elite required. It's been a while since I've had one of those.
Yeah, I'm curious. How are you feeling after? I believe I noticed after 12 checks, they were all Espers except for one Dragonhorn. How are you feeling at that point? Just completely running out of options.
What I should have done was gone ahead and grabbed Mog's Lone Wolf check if that was an Esper, because that would have given me KT skip and saved a little bit of time.
True.
I believe the skip was actually attached to characters, if I'm looking at the right log here.
It's with the draft, skip is either additional +3 characters or an additional +3 Espers.
Or okay. So that's why you're looking for Espers at like opera house, and auction house and stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense though.
So that would have given me the KT skip, saved a little bit of time, but I'm like, all right, after 2 tries at the auction house, I don't feel like making the climb to up Nourish to go grab Mog's check just to find out it's dead, and then do Kefka at Nourish. It just would have been a mess.
It was a pretty
Oh.
bad luck check at that point.
Yeah, it was already a mess.
I mean, yeah, Leet River was required. We were saying it's like what's the worst thing that's the worst thing, and then Strago was behind it for that matter. So now you got to go do Strago's checks.
And then there was Setzer too.
That didn't bother me so much. I mean, like, I only needed 1 character at that point, which just happened to be Strago. So, I had all my character wrecks. All I needed was the dragons at that point.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I had everyone, rocking Ragnaroks or Luminas or had insanely high magic.
130 for Terra at that point, I think it was.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Shadow was in like the 90s or hundreds.
I think I saw him having 96 when you were flying through the menus there at the end.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that at all. But like everybody was just insanely high.
So yeah, how did you feel about the big levels? We don't get to see 5s in the 1,000 column for HP too terribly often. How was that? Did that change your strategy too much near the end, or?
I knew it was going to happen because with the draft picks, I chose Experience Abundant, which is party highest times 1.5 on that end, along with the money. So I knew these things were going to happen. I was hoping to find like a magic +2 or a strength +2 Esper nice and early, but I didn't. I found it, I was already in level 20s. Granted, after I had Terra all rigged out, she was already sitting at 80 magic. So it wasn't too much of a concern.
Hold the phone here. 10 hits is coming out on YakkoWakko's side, and Celeste. 3 hits from them might put her out. Okay, that one did a lot less damage though. Okay.
Oh yeah, she's using the Genji glove, I believe, right now. So she's lacking the shield slot for defense.
Yeah, well, she's rocking also double Atmos right now too.
Oh yeah.
Is he sitting everyone in the front row?
Yep, because he has everybody has. 2 of them have an Illumina. Celeste is running double Atmos, and I think Strago has a Pearl Lance.
The Luminas are, if I'm not mistaken, back row swords.
Yeah, they are.
Don't necessarily think too hard about the logistics of that. I guess it's long, but yeah, that might be. Although those 2 characters they did not take much damage from 10 hits. It's really only Celeste that would desperately need the back row defense.
Oh, Jex, did it ever enter your mind when you ran into Magimaster that you're saying, maybe I need to back out, warp out, and hit it with a full team?
I wasn't actually. Magi Master was an interesting situation because I thought about backing out, but I'm like, all right, let's get the other fight done, and let's check my stats, check my equipment, and see what we can do about it. And I'm like, I'm sitting at 130 plus magic power. I don't need to have earrings to do crazy damage, plus my levels are high. Alright, fine. Let's throw on a Rage Ring, let's throw on the Pod Bracelet to mitigate damage, keep the Illumina on. Well, actually, no, I started off with the Atma weapon, thinking maybe I can swing some quick damage in. That wasn't the case, so I put the Illumina back on and I just went for flares. Which I was doing 9,000 to 9,800 damage on a flare with no earrings.
Yeah, you were dropping quads.
So, and plus I threw the haste on, so I was able to get two spells off before Magi Master started going crazy on me.
Ooh. Sorry if anyone came out.
So it worked out. Second time around worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it was a very good course correction. I didn't personally. I thought the Rage Ring was just fire resistance. I didn't realize it also had bolt on it.
Oh yes, Rage Ring is one of those overlooked relics.
It's incredible.
Plus 5 to vigor, fire absorption, and lightning nullification. So
wow.
slap on an ice shield. You got better than a Minerva going on here in regards to elemental protection.
Okay, I want to go back to see what the hell YakkoWakko just did. So, Palador into jumps on the whole party. Shadow landed, casted Golem right afterwards. Then Terror landed and then bashed Girl in the face for 6,000 damage. And then Celeste landed and just dealt another God, what was it? Like another 30,000 damage.
Yeah, it was I think it was 4,000 times 8.
So Palador is one of those fun numbers. Because you wait till everybody's ATB bar is full, cast Palador, and you quick enter everybody's actions in. So when they land, their action fires off after they land from Palador. So you're essentially getting a double hit on whatever enemy is sitting there.
Yeah, it worked out really
insane.
well. Got a bunch out. And then after all of that, Interceptor took the calmness hit.
Oh, Interceptor is best doggo.
He's about to... Yeah, Kefka's about to go down.
Oh yeah. Just did roughly 40,000 damage in one salvo.
That's a kapow for them.
There it is.
149.38.
GG's YakkoWakko.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys did great. This was a thing with it had a weird opening. Both of you guys took a bunch of espers out of the gate, and we were kind of worried about how that was all going to play out. But you both made a lot of really smart decisions in the beginning. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, before you guys jump on to YakkoWakko with his interview, I'd like to say thanks for having me. Give to the guy, everyone watching, give the Restream team and the racers a follow. Also, if you're new to Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide, come join our Discord. We're willing to help you out and teach you and all that fun stuff if you are interested in learning this. And once again, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
And GG's.
GG's. All right. Well, let's see if we can get Yakko in first. And while we wait for that, I want to remind everybody, Coliseum's going on, so there's going to be a lot of Coliseum action going on, particularly on our YouTube page over at FF6 Worlds Collide on the YouTube page there. We'll be getting some highlights of the head-to-head races as they progress throughout the tournament. It is a double knockout tournament, so there's going to be at least 16 fights in the first couple of rounds of the tournament, so lots of action to be coming this way as we have YakkoWakko in the chat now. GG.
Yeah, GG's, man.
GG, hi there.
So a little bit, I mean, we have to talk about the elephant in the room a little bit there. We had to leave Kefka's Tower to get the last couple espers there.
For some reason, I thought it was 594.
Oh.
And then I was like, wait, I didn't see the unlock, so let me double check the tracking, thinking maybe, do I got to kill one more dragon? And nope, I need 2 more espers.
And then immediately after that, going through the Doomgaze fight and getting the second of 2 dead checks that were found in the entire seed for either runner. Some rough luck at the end, but I think you recovered pretty well. You were only 9 minutes only 9 minutes behind Jexvrok, and you had a little bit of a tougher time in the beginning getting your momentum going, but once you did, it was a steamroll. How did you feel at the start, like within the first 20 minutes as you were collecting espers and the level scaling was just getting higher and higher? How were you feeling about getting over that first hump?
In the beginning, I thought it was they were being definitely generous on the item front, but unfortunately not on the character front.
Yeah, the characters were very, very rare throughout the whole game. I believe Elite River was required.
Yeah, and it took me like an hour to get there. I didn't do MRF, so I don't know if that would have been my last option. I didn't know if that was required or not.
3 espers. Not even a dead check in there, just 3 more espers.
Oh, that actually would have worked. I wouldn't have had to have left the tower.
Yeah, that was the main difference early on as Jexvrok went through Magitech facility, and you did not. You got your last 3 espers from those extra checks you got near the end of the game. But other than that, it was a pretty similar path. Were you feeling in the beginning like the stuff that you were doing, like, oh, this is the obvious correct thing to do right now? Because you and Jexvrok basically did, in a different order, obviously, but you did kind of all the same checks in the first 40 minutes or so.
Kind of depends on who I have. That kind of determines my route. I did first, of course, I had a Nope out of Goddess that one time. And then I was like, okay, let me try the others. And I went ahead with Floating Continent, figured that might be the best option at that point.
Yeah, there was a lot of experience on the Floating Continent. I think both you and Jex, that was where you guys gained the majority of your early game levels.
You're going in and out for me.
Oh, sorry about that. I was just saying that there was a lot of experience on that run through. I think both you and Jex got a lot of your levels through the Floating Continent.
By the end, I think I was in the 60s.
Yeah, you were actually at a higher level by 2 or 3 than Jexvrok by the time you got to the end.
Did Jex find the double Atma and the offering?
Yes, I don't know about the double Atma. I know they had an offering.
Yeah, I found the offering in Kefka's Tower, and I found this. I think one Atma was. One Atma was in the Esper Cave, and the other was from a dragon.
Oh, Jexvrok in the chat saying that they did not find an offering. They were definitely more magic focused than your party was. They were slinging a lot more flares, using a lot more spells.
Yeah, once I found that offering, I was like, you know what? Let's go with Atma strats.
It worked. So how did you feel about the big numbers? We asked this before, but we don't tend to get to play around with level 60 characters in this randomizer. How did that feel by the end?
I figure at that point, if I die, I'm probably not even going to qualify for the Chupon pit.
Well, thankfully it doesn't apply. We go back and we take some of your time off. She was like, okay, well, obviously this is a lie.
Yeah. No. I would just would have been like, no. You're out. You're done. Chupon just gonna sneeze me out. Be like, no.
Right.
No.
I honorably lay my life down on the line.
You got level 62. You got Golem. You got Fenrir. You did. You
got 5 overlapping defense. Oh yeah, that was something that we were curious about. Is that that Palador move that you made near the end of Tier 3? That it was very interesting. It had you had Palador coming out, and then you scored up a bunch of extra attacks after the fact. How are you expecting that move to go down?
At that point, I was just throwing everything out there just to try to get it to finish quickly. I had the Fenrir on already. I figured maybe if Celis comes down first, I can just Atma it away. and then I can get 3 free attacks on the next one.
All right. I want to thank you and Jex for doing this race tonight. It was definitely a non-standard one. You both did a great job. It was a whole lot of fun to watch.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. We do have an update. I did thank you for that conversation. I was able to update our stats and everything there. So the update for the grand tournament right now, we again have our top 32 here so far. Again, the window closes at noon on Sunday, December 4th. I am, unfortunately, me, Saberwolf, is on the bubble. Unfortunately there. And you're a little bit above me. You're at 29 there.
Yeah, I'm not that far off.
We do have a couple people that just joined the room there. Looks like Bardic Panda just joined the race room. So they might be running right now. Yep, I do have them listed as running on our live tracker.
What, I don't get tabbed?
No, you do. No, you're not live. You're not live running. You're not live streaming. This YakkoWakko is. He's doing some Seed of the Week stuff. Interesting. And then we do have the update to the Chopin's Pit. Of course, Infinite Fluff and Sailing Cat are now falling into the pit, unfortunately for them. But we do have there's going to be a lot more racing, because there's going to be a lot of head-to-head racing and some other fights going on in the pit, so we'll have some highlights from them as well.
Yeah, thankfully it doesn't mean you're totally out. You can still have some fun in the side tournament, Chupin's Pit. I fully expected to be there myself, and there's still a decent chance that I will be.
Yep, there was
Join us.
There was 50 people actually that signed up for this event. So far, only 32, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 40. What was it, 42? Wait, 32, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, 50. So only 42 so far. So 42 out of the 50 have run. One's currently running.
Still a decent chance that I could get knocked in.
Yep. But that second round again, we do have the tip in for the second round. It is going to be the Shadows Ninja Star. Once again, the Coliseum win will give you the auto image for the remainder of your gameplay. You do start with 5 vigor and 5 extra speed. Special objective is to let Sid die. That is for a high tier item. XP multiplier is times 8, but there is no party split. Gold multiplier is times 10, and you start with 50,000 gold. However, all the items, you will not be able to sell them because they sell for nothing. YNPC remove is on, which means there will be a little bit of more open world checks involved. And the challenge of no free checks, which means you do not get an Esper or character off a free check like we saw today. So the Terra check, the Shadow, or the Celeste check in the dungeon, all 3 of those checks will not get you a character or an Esper.
Yeah, I haven't practiced this one yet. I'm really interested. It's a huge shift from the standard way of playing.
Well, I think that will do it for us tonight. Once again, don't forget to follow us on our Twitter and other social medias. Of course, we also have our website, ff6wc.com. We do have another one being built in the background, so we will be new and improved when we get there. And if you do miss these streams, don't be afraid. We do restream this as a premiere on our YouTube page at 9 a.m. the next day.
Yeah, and I want to give a special shout out to our 2 runners that stepped up to put on a show for everyone tonight, Jexvrok and YakkoWakko. Be sure to go give them a follow. They play this game all the time. It's always a good time watching them.
And also a shout out to our tracker in the background, Ceiling Cat. She's always on top of things and keeping us in line for that matter.
And a very big special thank you to Saberwolf, co-commentator, but also the restreamer tonight, managing all sorts of little dials and buttons while talking at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm just talking.
Yeah, talking,
only
making
using-
graphics in the background, all that stuff.
I'm using way less of my brain right now.
I appreciate it, and thank you to you. And we hope we see you again next time. Again, we do stream on the Speed Racers over there on Wednesdays at 8, but we do our next stream will be on Thursdays and Saturdays rather at 9 p.m. Stay tuned for all the YouTube stuff coming soon with the highlights and stuff of races, and we'll see you then. Thank you very much, and have a very good night.